I'd been dating Ethan for 2 years, and I thought we were perfect together. But lurking in the background was Mary, my biggest rival in high school. Welcome to the Payback Vault, your go-to hub for revenge stories, epic payback, and jaw-dropping karma. She always had her eye on Ethan, pushing her way into our relationship whenever she could. And the worst part? She acted innocent, pretending she was just a friend, always giving me those fake, sugary smiles that made my stomach turn. But Ethan swore she meant nothing to him. He'd say, "You're the only one for me." And I believed him. Until one night, at a friend's party, I saw them together, talking in the corner. Mary was laughing too loudly, her hand on Ethan's arm, leaning in way too close. My heart twisted, but I told myself it was just my imagination. After all, he wouldn't betray me, right? The ultimate betrayal. Then it all unraveled. One night, out of the blue, I got a text from Mary. She sent me a video. At first, I couldn't even process what I was watching. It was Ethan and Mary, together on his parents' bed. They were doing things I never thought I'd have to see. And it didn't stop there. She sent me screenshots of their texts, laughing at me behind my back. They'd been sneaking around for months, all while pretending I was the only one. My heart shattered. I felt sick, like I'd been made a fool. I wanted to scream, to cry, to just disappear. But after a few days of feeling sorry for myself, I realized something. Why should they get to laugh at me? They thought I was weak, but they were about to see how wrong they were. The perfect plan. So I called Ethan, pretending I was ready to forgive him. I told him I was still in love, that I wanted to move past everything and build a future together. He actually sounded relieved, like he thought he'd won me back. Then I suggested something he couldn't resist. Let's get engaged. He jumped at the idea, convinced I'd do anything to keep him. But before setting the plan into motion, I decided to give him one last chance to tell the truth. I looked him in the eye and asked, "Is there anything you need to tell me?" He looked back at me, totally calm, and said, "No, you're my everything." I felt my anger build to a boil. He was lying right to my face. That was when I knew he deserved everything coming to him. Setting up the party. The big night arrived, and I made sure everything looked perfect. We invited everyone, his family, our friends, and even some of Mary's friends who I knew would love to see her there. And as the guests started arriving, I made sure to lay it on thick, smiling, laughing, playing the part of the forgiving girlfriend, so no one suspected a thing. When Mary showed up, she had this smug little smirk like she'd already won. She came over to me and said, "I'm so happy for you two." I forced myself to smile back, but inside I was counting down the seconds until the real party started. The big reveal. Just as Ethan was about to give his "I'm so lucky" speech, I gave a nod to the DJ, who dimmed the lights and started the engagement video I had prepared. Everyone expected a sweet montage of our memories together, but no. The screen flashed to life, and there it was, Ethan and Mary, tangled up together on his parents' bed. Gasps filled the room as everyone stared, wide-eyed, unable to look away from the horrifying, awkward mess on screen. Ethan froze and Mary's face went pale. His mom looked horrified, his dad was seething, and his little sister looked at the screen in shock. And Mary? She shrank back, trying to hide, while Ethan reached for me, stammering, "This isn't what it looks like." I looked him right in the eye and said, "Ethan, it's exactly what it looks like. The fallout." The entire room erupted into whispers, recording the video on their phones, shocked at what they'd just seen. Ethan's parents wouldn't even look at him. Mary's friends abandoned her, leaving her standing alone as everyone gossiped about how she'd betrayed her so-called friend. After the party, Ethan called and texted, begging me to forgive him, to make the video disappear. But it was too late, everyone knew the truth. His friends, his family, everyone. And Mary? She tried to play the victim, claiming I was crazy, but no one believed her. Her reputation was ruined, and Ethan's family couldn't even look at him after that night. As I walked out, I left them both with one last look. They thought I was weak, but they'd just seen the truth. And in the end, they were the ones who got played. Ending. Would you have done the same, or did she go too far? Let us know in the comments. And if you loved this tale of ultimate revenge, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more unforgettable stories from the Payback Vault.